All right, 3, 2, and 1. Well, Mayor Mike, welcome, or I should actually, you should be welcoming
Right?
me.
You. Welcome, Michael.
Yes, we are in the same room right now. We have been vaccinated. I am no longer on camera right now, which I'm completely okay with. You are now in the spotlight here.
I am. And you probably noticed some changes in the office, too. We got new carpeting. You won't notice it, but it's new paint. Same color, just new.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's, and I could, when we were doing remote, I would oftentimes ask, what is the coolest thing in your office?
Yeah.
Well, there's all kinds of trinkets from Russia, Poland, Nicaragua. We've got a shovel over there, but we have even better trinkets right now that are actually going to be visuals.
Yeah.
Today.
So
for Monday.
To add to my collection of cool things, we've got the little Goofy, and we've got the John Cleese sign Creative Crosswalk, and the Sneetch. We now have Robo Head.
Yes.
This is a rendering, a beta type, if you will, of a 3D printed Robocop statue. Just the head, of course. But, if you want to get a head in City Hall, you just have to find someone with a 3D printer, I guess.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, it's significant. It's something we've been talking about now for, what is this now, 3 months, the Robocop statue. Just give us a quick update. Where are we? How soon can we see this homage to Peter Weller in a park somewhere here in Stevens Point?
All right, it started out as kind of a gag, right? They have a statue, then no place to go, bring it here. I was surprised at the number of people that picked up the ball and ran with it. Robocop is crazy popular. So we're not going to get the Detroit statue. That seems pretty obvious at this point. We still have the options of making our own, and I got contacted by a group that do retro technology. We are going to, and you're hearing it here first, this is an exclusive, Mr. Leichner.
Awesome.
We are looking at having a Robocop event where we're going to break out the Commodore 64s, and I think there's some Apple versions of the game too. And the old, 8-bit video game, Robocop, we're going to have a tournament, and we're going to give away, get this, the first ever Robo Cup. And we're going to do it as a fundraiser. We've got some great people working on it, and we'll keep the details secret for now because we don't have them, I guess.
Okay.
But soon enough, we're going to have this event going, and if you want to sign up, pay attention. Watch our social media pages, city website, and we will provide the details when they're available.
Absolutely. I am 100% on board with this. Anything retro video gaming, obviously, is just great. But a fundraiser for something like this that the community has absolutely rallied around, I think is an absolute great idea. There's a lot of people that are going to want to be involved in this.
Yeah, a recently new friend of mine, Alex, is kind of spearheading this. He's really big into what they call retro technology. I just called it technology back in my day.
Right.
I don't remember the Robocop game for some reason.
No.
I remember, all of the other Atari games and things like that. I still have a lot of that stuff. But maybe we'll incorporate the Robo Head into the Robo Cup. And that'll be a traveling trophy. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Absolutely. Details still to come, but there will be a fundraiser, and this is going to happen, is what we're saying, correct?
It really looks like it's going to happen. Like I said, it's kind of on the back burner for me, but other people have just taken it up and run with it, and I'm very supportive. I mean, anything that someone wants to do that's going to make our community a little better, I'm in favor of it. And if I can help clear the path, I will certainly do that. If you come to town for the Robo Cup tournament, and you happen to have an electric vehicle, you may be interested in our next item. Carol Merrill, show them what they've won. Tesla charging stations. So we've been donated 2 Tesla wall unit charging stations. They've been in the works for a while, but we're going to put them up in a downtown location, I believe probably next to Ruby Coffee. And those will be available soon to the public for no charge, pun intended.
Absolutely.
Most of the charging stations that you have are either donated by the business or you pay for a charge. Because these were donated and there's no cost to the city really other than the installation, we're going to have the chargers available for free. So you can charge up your vehicle. And obviously no overnight parking yet, but if you need a quick charge, we can certainly accommodate that. And as I said, keep an eye on that, because once we get them installed, we'll probably have a ribbon cutting or something. I know it's shocking. How many puns can I throw in there, right?
It's just going to take off. I mean, this Tesla idea, this Elon Musk idea, it's just going to take off, right?
It take off. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going SpaceX now.
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
absolutely.
All right. So you know that another one of the cool things in my office is the SpaceX Dragon capsule and rocket that I got from a buddy of mine who actually works at SpaceX. Been fortunate enough to see a couple of launches. And, the flames there, they have to have a big concrete pad, because when the flames come out of the rocket, of course, it burns everything, including the grass, so they can't have grass. What we've got in the city, and I know Mayor Rosenberg had followed up on us, Mow May is something that was approved by council. We're starting, obviously, in May, which is really just allowing residents to grow out their grass if they choose to. It's not mandatory. If they choose to promote pollinator habitat. So we're relaxing our yard maintenance ordinances. If you sign up online at stevenspoint.com/NoMowMay, you got to sign up before May 1st, because it's No Mow May. I know Larry and Shemp and Curly are pretty disappointed. I don't know where we're going with that. But anyway, if you want to sign up through the month of May, we will allow people to not cut their lawn to promote pollinator habitat in spring. The catch is that A, you have to sign up, and B, June 2nd, you need it cut, baled, whatever, because you need to be back into compliance. We got some advice from Appleton, and when they did it, one of the biggest things they had as a problem was the fact that people just kept going with it. And they had to issue a lot of orders, which was disappointing. This is why we can't have nice things, right?
Right.
We're extending the hours of our drop-off, so you can take the grass clippings or bales over to the drop-off, and we're extending those hours come end of May, early June. So there should be no reason you can't be back into compliance.
Yeah, so it's something where you want people to maybe set a reminder on your phone, mark it on the calendar, whatever you have to do. I mean, even write it on the sign.
Write it on the
somewhere.
sign, sure.
So you see it every time you come in and out of your driveway. But this is something, yes, you're getting a little break for the month of May, but that's not going to last past the end of May, correct?
It is not. It's No Mow May. Not, I'm still not going to mow June. That's something we'll have to consider at a later date.
Yeah.
And one other thing, because I know Mayor Katie had posted some pictures, because Wausau approved No Mow May a while back. Last fall, I think it was, Mayor Rosenberg invited me up to Wausau to check out their new pickleball courts. And even though she kicked my butt, I kind of got hooked on it. And we're starting the process now. We're working with the Point Area Pickleball Association, PAPA, to potentially put in some dedicated pickleball courts within the Stevens Point area. Well, since she kicked my butt and it was her challenge, we just had an award-winning segment of our Cultural Commons, the Alchemy Concrete chess tables in the Russian section have recently won an award. So I want to challenge Mayor Rosenberg to come down and play me in a game of chess. Now, just for the record, I'm not that good. So, at least it'll be a level playing field.
On a level chessboard.
I assume it's level.
We think, anyway. So, are you saying your knowledge of chess extends beyond the Queen's Gambit on Netflix that everybody's been watching?
I saw it. So I'm learning from that. I think I've got a pretty good chance. Now, I used to play battle chess, speaking of retro trivia games. I used to play battle chess on the computer where the pieces fought each other, but it was 8-bit, so it was really cheesy by today's standards.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of these things, we've had a lot of fun with this and the fun side of government, but you also have the mundane, boring parts, the parts that you didn't actually sign up for when you end up winning mayor, but you end up getting it anyway. Talking about funding and things like that too. You're finalizing plans for public works projects for the year. Obviously, construction season is here. You're finalizing how those are going to be paid for as well. Yep. American Recovery Act funding. Do you know exactly what you're doing with it yet, or do you know if even what it can be used for at this point?
So we've got a pretty good idea of what it can be used for. and what we anticipate getting here in Stevens Point. It's all a very complex formula, but I think we have those numbers down. There are very limited uses for that ARP funding. You can recover lost revenue. You can use it for certain infrastructure projects, water, wastewater, and broadband. And obviously we're pretty decent with broadband within the city. So we're looking at not only recovering that lost revenue, because we didn't rent out any lodges last year for parks. We didn't have the municipal pool open. There were no functions that we normally charge for to help pay for the overhead, but we still had the overhead, right? We still had to maintain buildings, new roofs, or whatever it happened to be, electricity or heat. Those things all had to still be paid. So we want to recover that to take the burden off the taxpayer. And then we're looking at accelerating some of our water and utility projects to, we've got those things planned out 5, 6, 7 years sometimes. We're just able to bump those up a little bit quicker. Now, there are some other opportunities that we're still exploring as far as potential uses. So we don't have anything set in stone yet, but we're not even 100% sure when we're going to get the money through this program. So we've got a little bit of time, but we are ready with all sorts of projects within the city should that money come in.
And then you're also looking at some road projects in the near future. Obviously, Division Street is going to be a big one. You've been taking a whole lot of public input on that. That's still 5 years out, though. But you're looking and you're saying we do want to be prepared when we do this, because this is a once in a generation type project.
And it is, and that you hit the nail on the head. It's once in a generation. So we want to make sure that. I know we've been taking a long time planning it. We're only about 30% of the way completed in the planning, but that's with purpose, right? This is such a big project that we don't want to rush into it. We want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to provide that input, and we want to take everything into consideration and then plan for what our future need will be and base our design on that. Now, we're talking potentially a $60 million project or more. That's going to come to fruition at some point. In all likelihood, it won't be all done in the same year. We'll have to do it in phases, similar to what the Department of Transportation did with Plover and Whiting in regards to the reconstruction there. The difference between us and them is that the DOT handled that project. That was their jurisdiction. Back in 2005, the city took a buyout. And this one's solely on us now. It's clearly not going to get done without some federal assistance, or at least state assistance, because we don't have $50-60 million to do this. So we've been working with Congressman Kine's office and exploring options to try and get this project done, because it's not getting any better. The condition of the road, we can only patch so much. And eventually you just have to
get it done.
Get it done. I was going to do something or get off the pot, but I figured I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah. We'll keep it friendly here on Mayors Monday. And yes, as somebody who drives that street on a regular basis, obviously to get here, it is not getting any better.
No, it's not.
So consider that my first complaints to your.
Okay. One other cool thing. So tomorrow, you probably know, is the 4th of May.
That is true.
So few of us at City Hall, the cooler people, are going to be dressing up. I'll have my Jedi robes on. I think Maria is going to dress up as either an Ewok or a Jawa. John Quirk, one of our community media guys, has a full-blown Stormtrooper outfit.
Oh, wow.
So we take May the 4th very seriously here at City Hall. But I was working with the Chancellor, and at UWSP tomorrow,
Mr.
May 4th,
Gibson,
is the Day of Giving, the dog Day of Giving. Clever. And if you take a selfie in purple and gold or UWSP apparel and you post it using the hashtag UWSP gives back, I think it is, he's going to donate $1 for every selfie. So we can literally run him into bankruptcy.
Wow. So have your Star Wars apparel in UWSP colors, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then, we have not exactly a C3PO, but almost a C3PO.
No, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, we can pass him off as C3PO. One more thing we wanted to throw in before we let you go, because obviously, again, you're not a sports guy. I always try to get you to talk sports. Usually, it doesn't work real well.
It really doesn't, because I just don't know anything about it.
We just had the NFL drafts. You've got a big sporting event, obviously, coming to Stevens Point in a couple of years, the senior amateur. The NFL draft in 2024 is leaning towards Green Bay as well. You're talking about recovering hotel revenue.
Really?
The NFL draft coming to Green Bay. Obviously, Green Bay doesn't have enough hotels for all that.
That would be pretty amazing.
That could be spreading out here as well. So you could have your senior amateur or senior
the senior men's open,
the senior open in 23.
23, yep.
And in 24, the NFL draft in back-to-back years.
That would be pretty amazing.
Rooms.
I would learn about football if we could get the NFL draft in the area in Wisconsin. That would be pretty amazing. I do have an NFL draft question, actually, for any draft.
Okay.
They do this big televised thing, and they call off the name, and then the person who got called runs down this or walks down this big, long alley. They hand them a hat.
Yes.
So they put the hat on and walk out. The hat fits. How do they know what size hat to give that person?
It is a flex fit hat. In fact, I am wearing one.
Are you?
Now. So it stretches.
That always bugged me. I'm like, well, if you don't know who's going to get called, how do you know what size hat they're going to wear? You got to have that little adjustment thing, right? So, so that fits, like, one size fits all? Is that a thing?
It's a one size, like a stretch fit. And then Nike is actually on site to press the name on the jersey as soon as they know.
No kidding.
Yep.
So
Nike is on site.
That is pretty amazing.
Now, of course, all the numbers are one, though.
Yeah.
So
that makes it a little bit easier.
But the name is right there. So yeah, there you go. We can in 2024 we're gonna have fun with Mike Wiza running around the NFL draft in Green Bay. We're gonna have a camera crew, and it's gonna be awesome.
I'll wear a GoPro on my head. People can make fun of me by my lack of sports knowledge all they want. I'm cool with that.
We'll make it happen.
Because what I do understand is economic impact.
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Mike, we always appreciate the time. We look forward to chatting again next month.
All right, thanks.